Hi, welcome to Cannes Yachting Festival again, and the Lagoon stand. Now, Lagoon really know what they're doing with big catamarans. They built 50 of the 77. This is the world premiere of its replacement, the 82, and it is quite a phenomenal ship. So let's go and see just how much space you get on a modern Lagoon flagship. It's got all the bells and whistles on here and a lot of deck lounging space. A lot of it actually thanks to this hydraulic swim platform which butterflies, so doubles in size. And when you consider from the aft end there, it goes right the way forward through the cockpit on a single level through the saloon. It's quite the piece of structural engineering of naval architecture. And look at this with some engineering as well. So there's the hydraulic mechanism for lowering that platform. 1.5 tons you can put on there. I'm going to take you forward along the side deck, port side. So will I explain a bit about the boat? There's a lot of that owner feedback. So having built that many 77, 78s, they got a lot of owner feedback, what they wanted to include on this 82. And from a design side, what's really noticeable is the quality does stand out. There's a lot of details in here. They really wanted Nauto, especially the Italian designers, to bring that super yacht feel. And it does feel like a super yacht. This is an Iroko deck on this, and this big hatch, take note of that, that goes into the galley of the crew area. So there's a galley down version of this one. You still get a big tramp area, even though there's a huge forward cockpit. And that's a nice little detail. So that is designed in, that recess, so it's not taking too much weight forward when you're putting that cockpit area in. And that is a lovely place to sit. And that's, you know, when you combine that with that huge Flybridge, which we'll have a look at, or maybe you have already seen it, you get a lot of different private spaces for people to enjoy. So if you've got a few different families or guests on here, they can all have their own area. And this is a really lovely one to have. Bar area there, and that just drops down there, so you can serve drinks out of here, or there's your big watertight door moving forward. And here's what I mean about the single level sole. Right from there, right the way through the saloon to the very aft of the swim platform. Are you ready for the wow factor? Because here it is, let's get it over and done with. Boom. They've kept the hull door from the 77. So moving from this interior pilot station down the flight of steps into this is super yacht luxury, isn't it? I mean, wow and wow. The ability to wake up from your enormous berth there, push a button for the door to slide down, and then have this private space. That is a winning feature for luxury, private and charter use. That board there is just covering the hull window for when that is up. But you can imagine the amount of carbon in the structure needed around these big openings. And then have a look at the spaces on here as well. I mean, I know it's an 82 for a cat, but it's, believe me, it's giant. Look at this. A walk-in wardrobe like you'd get on, I guess, in a mansion. I don't know, haven't had one. Haven't been to one before, but that is a serious amount of changing space. And lovely details. As I say, the Nauta have done a very nice job with this. Lighting, finishes, just really very tactile. Big rainfall shower. We walk in there, head behind the door. Yeah, impressively done. This is the first time I've seen the saloon with no one in it. Looks even bigger. And that's a good thing to achieve because this freestanding furniture, it's a Belgian company, Tribo, that make it, and it's very, very high quality. It's lovely. That is included. This is part of the standard pack. All this freestanding furniture, you can choose where you want it and that sort of thing, and different types and moods. But yeah, it does feel very nice. Anyway, it's all one horizontal height, so you don't have furniture impacting this horizon view. You know, you've got 270-degree views as you are moving along. And the reason I'm panning around like this, not trying to make you feel seasick, is just to try and help you see that low horizontal furniture is not obstructing your view out anywhere. Again, this is a bit of owner feedback from before, having their own bar area to make drinks and stuff without needing crew to call on to do it. Speaking of crew, come down here because I think the crew area is very impressive indeed. This one of the guest cabins, so this is a 4-cabin boat. You can have a 5-cabin or a 6-cabin. Day heads area at the bottom of the steps with a shower. And all of those 3, 4, 5 or 6 all include, that means plus this crew space as well. Anyway, so separate door here into the crew area, proper mess. And yeah, just loads of space. Here is the extra large deck hatch there. So you can, in terms of bringing provisions from the dock straight down there, load that up, but it's also got its own access. So you open that, push a button here. I wonder if it's one of these. There we go. All right. That starts to slide out, and that's a proper set of steps that comes in there. So the crew can come down the side deck and have their own access, proper access into here without disturbing the guests. Things beeping away. It's not me, honest. Lots of Miele fittings. And then crew accommodation in here. Washer, dryer, laundry area behind here. Pullman bunk area. So the 77 was typically crewed by 3, sometimes 2. And this, they reckon, will be the same. But there is accommodation for 4 there. So 2 more bunks once you go through the shower area, and again got its own access out there onto the foredeck. But I think that's a really good amount of private crew space to have. There's also a lot more optional extra cold stowage beneath this sole in here as well. I'll quick look in one of these guest cabins. Oh, it's very comfortable. It even smells nice. I wonder what Lagoon have been spraying in here. Some of that stuff. Smells nice, looks nice, feels nice. So there are 3 real distinct areas for owner and guest to sit, to eat, I should say. You've got the interior dining area, exterior dining area, and Flybridge dining area as well. No shortage of space for people to get away and have their own private room. Oh, it smells nice as well. Big hull windows. Again, private desk area, somewhere to sit down in quiet. Head in there, and another full rainfall shower. And then that was your 3rd cabin, and the 4th one is accessed from the cockpit here. So you drop down here, You have a twin which links, those can link together to form a double, and here's stowage. I'm going to open everything up. Again, loads of natural light. Another bit of feedback from the 77 was not to have a spiral stair going up to Flybridge. Straight one, easy to do, even if you're rocking around or if you're serving drinks or food or something up here. And if you are, well, yeah, you've got another bar area up here. Again, a phenomenal amount of space. And some really inviting furniture. They've gone to town with this freestanding furniture. And rightly so, really. I think it does help really elevate the look and feel of this 82. Huge sort of sky hatch, really, to view the main or the stars above here. Lots of nice lighting. You can see all your friends around here. Have 8 round for dinner, and then that's where a bit of the sailing happens, up here. A bit more service area there, but then, yeah, 2 helm stations and a bank of winches and clutches. You probably noticed as well, both the aft cockpit and this area here, you have the zip away bimini, covering basically to enclose all of this area, all the cockpit area. Below these aft sun pads, you've got a little windlass there, a little capstan powered for your dock lines, and then each side aft are huge engine rooms below these hatches. One of the real key ingredients of this as well is something I haven't talked about, and that's the materials. And Lagoon have really made a big push for that. So 80% of the fiberglass used on this boat is recycled. And resin, obviously, is a big issue in terms of sustainability, etc. And I think it's pretty impressive that they incorporate 45% of the resin is bioresin. They've used hemp fiber on all non-structural parts. So they've really delivered there. That's not, just marketing whitewash. 80% of fiberglass. That is impressive. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the tour here. It's a phenomenal spaceship, this one. If you have to ask, well, I guess it's not for you, but the 77 fully equipped was about 7.2 million. I think this one will be around 8 million. Even those that go into luxury charter rather than private use, and this one probably will probably have this 4-cabin layout, because people don't like sharing with too many at that size. You come on board with 8 friends and you don't need 6 cabins. So it will be for world cruising privately with a crew in a lot of comfort, or some very high quality luxury charter. Hope you enjoy the tour.